A kid could choke on a candy bar from your machine. Someone could slip on a spilled drink. Heck, a machine could tip over and hurt someone. Your property manager could claim you hurt their floor and demand $10,000. These aren't scare tactics. These are real things that happen with vending. And if you're not protected, you could be spending nights in here. I've operated over 100 machines for years without a single legal issue. Not because I'm lucky, but because I follow specific protocols that make me legally bulletproof. Today, I'm sharing the exact legal protection system that lets me sleep at night knowing my family's assets are safe, even if the worst happens. When you think about legally buttoning up everything you're doing, it all starts with the fortress, which is your LLC. Ultimately, personal assets are at risk without the proper structure. Think about it. If you're operating as yourself, you're literally putting all that liability personally on you. Someone sues your business. They take your house, not the LLC's assets. Even your bank accounts, your cars, everything you've built for your family is gone. One lawsuit is all it takes to destroy your family's future. This is why the first step when building a vending route isn't buying your first machine. It's formally getting your structure right. And this is how you set up your business entity the right way. First thing, take $250 and invest in creating an LLC. Go to biz.ee and let them create it for you almost immediately, just to make sure that first investment is the right step. Don't name it your personal name. Create the LLC in something creative that's going to drive passion and brand around it. Shoot, I named our first LLC for our vending route after our dog that had passed away. Other vendingpreneurs have named it after their kids, like H&H Vending. Once you have that LLC, then you can go file that EIN with the IRS. It literally takes 5 minutes. Then you want to do all the other steps that follow from there, like creating a business checking account, maybe even a business credit card. You want to make sure now that you have a business, all the lines are not crossed. You want to keep your business expenses, your business revenue, everything associated with your business through those business accounts, because not only is that going to help your accountant not lose sleep at night, but it's also going to protect everything you need personally from the LLC. Think about it as the separation that saves you. The LLC is literally the fence between your personal assets and someone filing a lawsuit with your business. Someone drops a soda out of your machine and slips on it. That's on the LLC, not you personally. Your house, your personal savings, kids' college funds, all stay protected, but only if you maintain proper separation. No mixing funds ever. Treat the LLC like a completely separate person, because it legally is. And here are some common mistakes that pierce the veil. Using personal credit cards for business purchases, using cash from your personal wallet for business purchases, paying for groceries on your business credit card, not keeping proper records and receipts, putting your name down for the contract with a property instead of the LLC. These mistakes can destroy your liability protection instantly. Now that you have the LLC structure created, let's talk about your first line of defense, which is ultimately the insurance you get. Here's the non-negotiable coverage you will need. General liability insurance at $1 million minimum. It only costs you like $20 a month. This is going to help cover you if someone gets hurt by your machine or products. And product liability is usually covered, which is going to help cover you if someone gets sick from your products. Property damage coverage, typically also under general liability, can help protect you if something from your machine damages a part of the building, like the flooring. And then the most important, as it relates to vending machines, is going to be inland marine insurance, which is ultimately insurance protection for any equipment of yours that can move like a vending machine. And here is what insurance actually covers. I'm going to walk you through some real world scenarios. Let's say a kid eats some peanuts, has a reaction because he's allergic, and has to go to the hospital. Your insurance should cover all of that. Let's say the pallet that the machine is installed with cracks the marble floor. Your insurance should cover that. Someone claims food poisoning from one of your sandwiches you sell out of the machine. Your product liability should take that on. Vandal delivers your $10,000 machine. Inland marine insurance is your best friend. A vandal destroys your $10,000 machine. Inland marine insurance will cover all of that. And without this coverage, any of these things could bankrupt you personally. With your insurance policy, it's only going to get cheaper. It might start out with around $15 a month on that first machine, but it's going to go all the way down to $1 or $2 per machine. And that's why when you apply for insurance, you're going to want a list of number of machines and revenue to ultimately drive your premiums as as low as possible. Once you get that insurance, you're going to want to start getting COIs or certificate of insurances immediately, because that'll make it lucrative for properties who will want that. With these COIs, you can add these properties as additionally insured because it'll protect them too. Now that we've talked about creating your LLC structure and ultimately insurance that protects your machines, now you need to really button up the contracts that you have with these locations. And these contracts have to go beyond basic agreements. Yes, you need location agreements, but they must have protection clauses. Indemnification clauses means properties can't sue you for negligence. These contracts need to have clear termination clauses so each property can exit cleanly. This even includes specific language outlined on who's responsible for what. And here are the clauses that matter most. Vendor shall not be liable for any indirect or consequential damages. Property owner maintains premises in safe condition around the machine. Vendor maintains insurance, but is not liable for customer injuries beyond coverage. Any disputes resolved through arbitration, not litigation. What's also important is documentation. Here's some simple steps you can take to make sure you have the proper documentation. Take photos of the machine area before installation. Document any existing damages to the floors or existing outlets. Make sure everything is in writing with the property manager on where this machine should go and which machine to get. Ultimately, this evidence is gold if disputes arise later. One of these disputes can be if products expire, because let's face it, you're putting fresh food and items with expiration dates in your machine. That's why product liability protocols are super important to how you run your route. And this means checking your expiration dates religiously. Expired product can be a lawsuit waiting to happen. Keep detailed records of what products went in the machine and when they're about to expire. If there is ever a recall, you can pull products immediately. Use a simple spreadsheet or app, but track everything. One bad batch of products can create multiple lawsuits. A perfect use case of how to implement some product liability protocols is with allergen management. Clearly label any machines that contain nuts or common allergens. Some operators will put signs on the side of the machine just to make sure that consumers know there could be allergens in there. If someone has an allergy reaction, this step in documentation can also help protect you. Consider signs saying may contain allergens, consume at your own risk. This isn't being paranoid, it's being professional. The key to all of this is you want to handle disputes before they escalate. A great example of this could be property damage claims. Let's say someone demands a refund because of lost money or invalid transaction. Have a clear contact and refund policy posted. Do the right thing, give them a full refund, and document it so that if it becomes a common occurrence with the same person over and over again, you can get ahead of it. Consider giving the on-site property staff $20 in ones so that when refunds happen immediately on site, they can take care of it. The angry customer who gets quick refunds isn't going to call a lawyer. Now, let's talk about the conflicts with the property manager. They say you're not servicing it enough. Show them your service logs. They claim the machine is always empty. Show them your inventory and restocking logs. Let's say they want to change terms mid-contract. Get everything in writing, no verbal agreements. Are they threatening to remove your machine? Refer to the termination clauses. Documentation, taking the high road and having legit conversations beats arguing every single time. Now, when you're dealing with all these headaches, there is a point in time when you need to cut your losses and ultimately walk away. So let's talk about when. Let's face it, some locations and decision makers aren't going to be worth the liability risk. Is it a sketchy location in a sketchy neighborhood with high crime? Your insurance might not cover that. Property managers continue to threaten legal action just for you to do things that they want you to do. Or let's say the location wants you to assume all their liability too? No way. No location is worth risking your entire business. Now here's the thing I want you to focus on with your operator checklists that you should do every single year. The first thing you should do is find an attorney you trust that can understand what you're building with a vending route and ultimately bulletproof your contracts. The more bulletproof the contracts are to protect you as the vending operator, the better, and will protect you for any previous cases where you've had disputes. The second thing you should do is continually meet with your insurance agent every single year. The reason why why is hopefully your route will only go up with growth, and you want to drive those premiums of your per machine insurance lower, but also make sure your machines are continually covered in an adequate manner. The other thing you might want to do with your insurance broker is talk about an umbrella policy, because when you get big enough, you might want a full umbrella policy on your entire business, not to mention the different policies underneath that to protect you at a global level of your business. This is why these checklists are important to do at least annually, because these things are going to evolve as your business evolves. I know legal protection isn't sexy, like talking about $50,000 per month, but this is what separates business owners from being in here. The protocols I just shared cost maybe $100 per month total and a few hours of setup, but they protect everything you are building. Inside Vendingpreneurs, we don't just teach you how to make money with vending, we ensure you keep it. Our members get access to our exact contract templates, insurance providers, and step-by-step legal structure guides. Plus, when situations arise, you have hundreds of experienced operators who've handled similar issues. If you want to build a vending business that's legally bulletproof from day one, click the link below to book a call with our team. Thanks for watching. This is Mr. Passive signing off.